Hey guys, this looks like a fun one. We're trying to find the height of the lamppost. And we're given these two people, which are 30 feet apart, are looking up at the top of the lamppost. This 5-foot tall person is looking up at an angle of 38 degrees, and this 6-foot tall person is looking up at an angle of 62 degrees. If you want to try it on your own, pause it right now, because I'm going to solve it in 3, 2, 1. First thing, I want to label the distance between this guy and the lamppost. Let's call it X. And now we can make two right triangles with these two guys. We can look at this right triangle right here. This side is equal to the X that we just created, and this side is equal to the total height of the lamppost minus the 6 feet to this guy's eyes. I just realized this guy isn't actually 6 feet tall. It's 6 feet up to his eyes where we're measuring the angle. So that means this is going to be the total height minus 6. And now that's all the information we have about this red triangle. Next, let's construct this triangle, and let's find what we know about it. The base of this triangle is going to be equal to X plus 30. And the height of this triangle will be the height of the lamppost minus his eye height. So that'll be H minus 5. And now that's everything we know about the blue triangle. And now we can do some trigonometry. Using these notes for trigonometry, and we have values for the opposite and the adjacent, we can use tangent. Tangent of 62 is going to be equal to the opposite H minus 6 over the adjacent X. And then we can do the same thing for this triangle. It'll be tangent of 38 is equal to the opposite H minus 5 over the base of X plus 30. And now we have two equations and two variables. Let's solve for these variables. Let's get each of these X's alone on the left-hand side. First, to get it out of the denominator, let's multiply both sides by X. And then to get rid of this tangent 62 on the left-hand side, let's divide both sides by tangent 62. So ultimately, we're multiplying both sides by X over tan 62. On the left-hand side, these are going to cancel each other out, leaving us with X. And on the right-hand side, the X's are going to cancel out, leaving us with H minus 6 over tan 62. And then for this one, we can multiply both sides of the equation by X plus 30, and then we can divide both sides by tan 38. On the left-hand side, these tans are going to cancel each other out, leaving us with X plus 30. And on the right-hand side, these X plus 30s are going to cancel out, leaving us with H minus 5 over tan 38. Next, to get this X all alone on this side, let's subtract 30 from both sides. That'll leave us with X is equal to H minus 5 over tan 38 minus 30. Now we've isolated the X's for both equations. Since this equals X and this equals X, we can set these two things equal to each other. So now we have a single equation in terms of H. This is the height we're trying to solve. And then after you do all of this work, you find out that H is equal to 6 tan 38 minus 5 tan 62 minus 30 tan 38 tan 62, whole thing divided by tan 38 minus tan 62. I'm just kidding. Nobody solves it this way. Now let's solve it using decimal approximations. In the place of the tan 62, we can plug in 1.8807. And in place of the tan 38, we can plug in 0.7813. Next, we can divide the H by the 1.8807, which will give us 0.5317H. And then we can divide the negative 6 by this to get negative 3.1903. And then on the right-hand side, we can divide this H by this to get 1.2799H. And then we can divide the negative 5 by this to get negative 6.3997. And then we can copy down the negative 30. Next, on the right-hand side, let's combine like terms. This minus this is negative 36.3997. Next, let's get all these H's to the left-hand side. We can subtract 1.2799H from both sides. And then in the same step, we can also move this constant over here by adding 3.1903 to both sides. On the left-hand side, these will cancel each other out. We'll be left with negative 0.7482H. And on the right-hand side, these are going to cancel each other out, and we'll be left with negative 33.2095. Next, to get this H all by itself, we can divide both sides by negative 0.7482. And that'll leave us with H is equal to 44.3839. And this is an approximate value. In fact, starting right here, these are all approximate values. And that is the answer to our question. The height of this lamppost is approximately 44.3839 feet. Let's put a box around it. And this is approximately 13.5282 meters. How exciting. If you want to try more problems like this, I have this page on andymath.com. I'll put a link in the description. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know if you find any mistakes. How exciting.